Richard? What are you doing out there, you silly goose?
Me, Richard. It's me, your friend Richard, on the back. We're chilling.
No, they're trying to kidnap you on a giant lizard.
Okay, so you rush into the archives. Anything as your action?
We can get all four of us in. I close the door. You ready a grenade?
Get a grenade out. You're like, how do I pull the pin? Do I
Don't pull the pin yet.
Do I let this bit go? Oh, no.
Can I put it back in?
All right, lizard.
I move. I'm going to do my classic
move.
I'm just going to run it.
You guys on the door, hearing them starting to come in, they rushing on into the room.
Scuttle.
They are last ones in, and with the retaliations essentially from the cultists after both of your turns, the first of them are starting to come up cautiously because they think that there might be more drones about. But they're now arriving at the fourth floor, and you having readied. You go to slam the door shut, but throw a grenade out first. Is that the idea?
Well, yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Great.
So, roll one of those grenades.
I guess you're doing
How
it.
the f*** do I
So
do
roll a
this?
d4 first, which chooses roll a
What
d4
sort of damage
twice.
it's going to be?
Maybe I should do that.
I'll say just roll it
D4.
once, just because he's not used to your body and
So just-
the specific nuances of like how to hold it so that it does damage.
One.
That's
That's
going to be
fine.
fire, I think.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fire damage that it's going to do. Then you roll a d12 because you're doing the ready and you're kind of helping each other. You just roll it twice and take the higher of the two. I'll say
6.
6 is not bad.
5, so 6.
So 6, and then we'll look up what it does again because it's been a while. Naz's fizzle
I think 6 is the first of the normal.
Yes, 6 is the first of the normal. The grenade works as expected. Each creature within 10 feet of it suffers 3d6 damage. So roll 3d6, and you do that much fire damage to the people that are coming up the stairs.
3, 1.
Cool. So 7 points of fire damage to the people at the front. And that particular grenade is gone.
I'll remember when I.
All right.
I've got my grenade.
Yeah, can I mark that off somewhere?
No, unfortunately you can't, but I can here.
Boom! The grenade goes shut. The person in such body and armor slams against the door and is holding that shut as best as possible. You've bought yourself a round or two from them even trying to open the door.
What is there anything in the room? But you did describe the room, but I didn't listen.
Made a point of saying, I opened the door and look at the room.
I did hear you said there's desks and big glass cases and stuff.
It's like
I basically
you can
look for the
basically
heaviest
consider
thing.
it as like the archives of like an office space. There's office cubicle, lots of those like temporary walls that you put between cubicles.
You said there was shelving and stuff. We get the heaviest shelving we can find.
Easy enough done between the four of you. Managed to scrape
And just
it across.
as soot,
do you
just
stay
stay leaning.
in lizard form or do you drop out of it?
I'd
at
love
this
to
point?
wild shape back or whatever it is.
You can
revert
try.
back to-
So let's see how well you do at reverting back. It's a constitution check.
a +7. So wait, check. No, sorry.
Just adding your constitution.
2. Yeah, so it's 9.
Okay, finally I get to use
no.
this. So you're getting used to your body. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
I feel like I know what I'm doing now, and
Just
you
lizard covered in blood.
you revert back to your humanoid form, only to realize that you forgot the back end of it, and you end up as like a centaur lizard sort of a thing for a bit.
So the back half is a lizard.
Back
and
half
the
lizard.
top half is
Back half that
Rasmorn?
gigantic, back half is the gigantic
mermaid.
riding lizard that you were.
Like a mermaid with a
And then
lizard.
one arm is soot because the brain just kind of went like.
Still not quite right.
Beautiful princess arm.
So now you're in the archives. Now you're in the archives with
Oh my
all
god.
4 of you, but one
I
of
can
you is a
draw?
half lizard, and one of you is still Richard.
I just look at you, I'm like,
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Is this what puberty
You look
is
at it and
like?
you're like, oh, I remember those days.
I have Soot's body pressed up against the bookcase as
Yep.
well, just for extra bracing. And
What do you do? You've bought yourself,
Let's,
a few rounds.
Help, I'm
So we go-
a lizard.
Window.
well, we go, you got the thing, right?
Oh yeah, shit.
let's swap bodies now.
All right, so I guess Talia pulls out all the ingredients that we need, which is the jar.
Help. Help me, I'm struggling.
Naz in Soot's brain and Rasmon in Naz's brain, I think we try and remember exactly how to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or did we do this yesterday?
No,
We did the other one yesterday.
You did the other one yesterday. We'll get to that in a second. As you're pulling out things to be like, this is what we need. I need in fact, You don't get to make a wisdom save. It's an automatic fail because the stone that you are cursed with is exactly the same Dark Lord as the floor that you are now on.
Awesome.
Why did I know
Both
this
of them
was
are.
When you said isolation and
Yeah.
secrets, I was like, I don't like those words.
Yes, I put
Isolation,
them on secrets.
yeah.
Both of them are coming from the Dark Lord Ishalden.
Ishalden, let me
And
write
as
that
you
down.
step into this floor,
YZ.
Isildur.
Dash.
Ishalden. Why is it
remember
dash
Ishalden.
Halden?
Say again?
YZ.
From you did meet an Ishalden cultist
well, not
in
Dash, but like
Wraith. He was deliberately isolating himself in this
the
ruined
apostrophe-
city of
apostrophe,
Wraith.
that's what it was.
We described him as an
no.
insult.
Helden, H-A-L.
And then they tried to be like, I tried to make friends with him, and I was like, that's the worst thing you could do. He is like, nope, no, I don't want to.
Oh, he's an incel. I see.
Yeah.
Dark Lord
Eventually, he
of
picked up on
Secrets
that.
and
as Baradun and Bodger and were like,
isolation.
we'll promise to leave if you tell us information.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's
And
how
we
they
started
end up getting
nagging
stuff
him.
from
It was
us.
great.
Yeah, so that is the Dark Lord that you are currently cursed by, and you are now on a floor that is worshipping him and all that he does. And so, as you are getting these things out, you succumb to the worst parts of this curse.
I want to watch people fuck. Is that okay?
Yeah, Talia. Okay,
Suddenly,
okay.
No, that's not
suddenly I feel like I want to watch people fuck a lot.
Guys,
What is?
I
This
feel like
room-
Talia's weird.
I feel like watching people fuck. You guys want to watch people fuck?
No, not really. In fact,
No, not at all.
that
All
is.
right, I'm gonna go watch people fuck.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
However that looks for you, but those elements that I've previously told you about, those start coming out. You hand it over to Naz, who doesn't necessarily... Oh, Soot's body.
Soot's
Naz.
body, but
Naz's mind.
Come here. I guess we need. I need my brain. Come here.
Whose body am I in? What's happening?
I have a brain too.
I'm right. I'm in Naz's. I'm
Yeah,
Razmon in Naz's body.
Nazmon.
Raz, I need my brain. Come here. And I guess we both.
You are your brain. I'm your body, not your brain.
But you're the brain, and he's the mind.
physical brain.
Ah, gotcha.
He's like the neurons and the quick thinking that you have with his intelligence modifier, essentially. So he comes over, you try and remembering to how to put these things together. It's a relatively simple thing. It's not going to take a hell of a lot. So I'm going to have, let's see, which one would it be? I think you helping him. So you get to roll an intelligence check with advantage. Arcana, we'll say. Arcana check. Not with advantage, because disadvantage because it's not actually your brain, but he's helping, so I'll cancel that.
Probably advantage.
So just straight roll with Arcana. What was it?
Probably advantage. No, it's 11 plus 7, so 18.
18. Good enough, yes. 18 is good enough that you're like, oh, it's a relatively simple thing to do. You need to put that brooch on them so that their soul knows where it goes. You use the phylactery to suck their soul out, and then the control jar to put it back in again. And it's kind of like... there's an analogy that I did think of yesterday. I was like, oh, it's a perfect analogy. I'll use that tomorrow, and then I forgot what it is. It's resetting it so that instead of like, it's like it's like when you're doing digital stuff, and if you've like put something on the clipboard, you've copy pasted it or whatever.
Yeah.
You can still go Control Undo because it's still like saved in the memory that that's a thing you did. And it's the same with your soul being in the body. You're still like Control Undo, and what you're doing now is you're sort of like closing the program, reopening it, and now there's no longer undos because it's just like reset. And so you're taking the soul out, putting it back in, and being like,
Close.
now if I take the brooch off, it won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then you move the brooch around and do it again. And one at a time, you get everybody's soul like actually set back into themselves.
Sick.
Where it's meant to be. Because at the moment, if you took that off, her soul would switch with whose it was before, thinking that was actually the body they were meant to be in.
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure we're all huddled close.
Yeah.
So we don't accidentally
Like an
go into a
eyeball.
dead rat or something.
Seeing that you've got the brooch on, we may as well do you first.
I don't think Talia is in a place to communicate right now.
Great.
She's
It's just like,
Talia, stand there. So
staring at a wall.
we turn around. So the brooch needs to be on the person.
And the person that you're trying to like get the soul solid for.
So we turn around, aim the control jar at her, and pull the trigger.
like Talia. Talia?
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Holding up the phylactery, being like, I don't know, how does this work? Did I just put it to? And sure enough, as you get close, you feel it's getting drawn like a magnet, and it's like something's being sucked from both sides. And you feel the soul. You almost see this wispy sort of etherealness coming out of Talia's body, and then already kind of glassy-eyed and blank-faced, she goes even further as her body just becomes a vessel, and her soul just enters this phylactery, and you can see it kind of swirling, and you can see that the phylactery itself, as the nature of a phylactery is, it's starting to tear apart that soul into its constituent bits. You're like, control jar! Quickly get you put the phylactery in the control jar, and sure enough, the smoke, instead of being torn apart and used for energy, it gets sucked out of the glass orb into the jar. You can remove the phylactery, and now her soul is just in there.
And splash.
You put it back towards, splash it, and
Put it
it's
on
back
here.
in. And then you are back to yourself, but still. Actually, I think with the reset of the actual soul itself, I think the effects of the curse, you're still cursed. But it's
Where am I?
The effects of it.
You're back in your body, even though you were in your body.
Yeah.
Tentatively
next. I want my brain.
take the brooch off.
Yeah.
Do
Stays. Very good. Clunk, stick it like
Wait,
magnetic.
stick it on Naz or on Soot?
You need to stick it on the. Who would it be? Oh, because you need to. It's whoever you need to put the memory of. So as before, you had to think of like a core memory of like whose soul you actually wanted on you. So you can put it on Naz's body and have Naz think of a core memory of Naz, and then Naz will go back into his body.
Yeah.
What happens?
You'll just go into an empty vessel, so you'll go into Soot,
these
and
two
you'll
will
just
switch.
need to switch the two of you.
All right. So.
This is like the episode of Futurama where the Harlem Globetrotters have to like get all of them to body
Yeah.
swap in a particular order.
Talia, I guess she just pulls it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, pulls it off and just goes, sticks around.
And Naz thinks of the very first time he thought of the name of the organization, Black Coin, when he was in Glee, exploded a merchant caravan in the middle of Gurdorn, and it's just raining down black coins, and he's got a big grin on his face.
Just like this,
catching
these
all
sooty
these coins.
starting to pile up. He's
The
thinking at this moment.
the joy of gold and explosion and death and a black coin.
You feel your soul being shifted. You can switch iPads.
Here you go. God.
As Naz is back in his body, and Ben for a third time.
Thank
given a different character.
Oh, thank God! Oh, God, I've got my brain back. Oh.
I am in little girl body.
Rasmon's now in Soot's
Now you're the one
luckily
blocking
I'm
the door.
used to wild shaping and
True.
stuff, so I'm used to other bodies.
yeah.
Okay, so with Naz with a brooch on himself, you then repeat the process with the phylactery and the jar. Quickly suck his soul out, quickly put it in the jar so that it can save the soul, and then splash the soul back onto him. You feel like you
back. Oh, thank God.
After the second turn doing it, because it's taking a little time, you now hear people up against the door.
Soot's body was still against the door,
yeah.
so now you're the one blocking the way.
Okay. You as Soot, can I have a strength saving throw, please, with advantage because of the other stuff that you've put up against the door?
16.
You gotta do the voice as well.
Sauron. 6, so 16. Strength, what?
Strength saving throw.
Strength saving plus 6. Holy Jesus Christ, look at your saving throws. What the fuck?
Hell yeah!
6, 5, 6, 5, 7, 11. Good God.
11.
So you know the thing I was saying about how some features of Paladin needed nerfing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell.
At a certain level, they get an aura where it's like you and every ally just get to add your charisma modifier, which is their primary stat, to all of your saving throws.
Yeah, right.
Jesus.
Plus 4.
So they just get incredible saving throws from a certain
And
level.
advantage against getting charmed and stuff. And magic can't put ...
I'm looking for strength saves, mate.
To see if I can-
Yeah, we're all looking for a lot of things, mate.
Is it 16 plus 6, I think you said?
Sure.
It's better than their 12, so yeah. At this stage, still holding strong for now. Who's next?
I'm in the corner, like I haven't been paying attention. I'm just like looking at my bottom half, like that's full lizard, covered in blood. Top half human with one child's arm.
I mean, presumably it's going to swap you both. And just puts it
Help me,
onto
get
the
me out of this half lizard thing.
puts it onto the Rasmon body.
I've done it wrong. I've done it wrong.
Both of you think of something.
At this point, the more perceptive among you also hear just like a sort of creaking in the room, and looking around, you see a couple of naked cultists that are just kind of like.
Are they fucking in here?
Do you remember what else Ishalden was all about?
They were fucking in here. They were.
No, just like...
Each of the floors has a description of what it's about, what it's actually used for, and then dangers and benefits of that floor. This floor is for filing cabinets and cupboards filled with secrets and folders and dossiers. Brackets. It's also a known makeout location for cultists and horny pervs to watch. The dangers include getting caught by the archivists, the pervs, and the mailroom clerks, or perhaps touching cursed stuff.
Phylactery and control jar in hand, other hand just goes, get back to
Literally fuck off.
They just start at it while watching you with eye contact.
Wow. Okay.
Your body is, the soul is sucked back into the appropriate body. You two can now swap those two around.
Oh yeah. My core memory is of Soot down in like basically the catacombs of her family castle, the Blackmore Castle, and she's sitting with her back up against like a tomb, and she's just got her like basically dragonology book in front of her, or and her journal, and she's just imagining and drawing, with like a big black pen, all the different kind of. She doesn't really know. She's just kind of making stuff up about what the world beyond this castle looks like.
I love that.
Solitary.
I love that.
Nice. My core memory is watching my teacher and mentor getting hung in front of me.
Cool, bro.
Oh, okay.
Cool, bro.
Buzzkill.
Buzzkill.
Oh, buzzkill
Bro,
alert.
if you could keep that shit to yourself, you're kind of harshing the vibe.
man.
We're currently on like an action adventure right now. That's really harshing the vibe.
Alright, so that core memory that your soul gets sucked back into the appropriate vessel, and then once more, with the phylactery, the jar, the splash, you're back to yourself. They're going to try again. They now have advantage because there's more of them.
Naz now in his body just whips out a little, what do you call it? Essentially a drone thing, and goes and like listening for it coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
And fires from the. I presume that's
with one of your arms.
There's a few more of them firing from the bottom. In fact, that thing has hit points in armor class, right? So a few of them would have started attacking.
It's got an AC of 18 and 35 hit points.
They've not taken it out yet then with that many hit points in armor class, but there is definite damage to it.
So Force Ballista, there's a thing I should and
you can hear a couple of them getting smashed.
Kill 1. Kill 2. Kill 3. See, Raz? This is what it's like. You're gonna love the kills.
So you've now seen us playing D&D, and you've seen us playing D&D 5.5. Well, now you can see us playing Daggerheart as well. If you go over to check out our Daggerheart campaign, the links will be below, or you can search Viva la Daggerheart. I'm sure it'll come up. See you there. Back to the game. Unfortunately, with how many cultists there are in here, there's a.
Yeah, you just reminded me about my vodka.
Who's now in Soot's in touch? So, can you make a strength save against the door, please, with advantage because of the stuff against the door. They have advantage because there's so many of them. Thankfully, not rolling well.
Oh, bad. Me too. So 8 plus 6, 14.
That beats theirs. So they are still not getting in at this point. You're now solidified. You are in your body, but you don't feel like you are fully in. The soul is in the right place.
And I'm still half man, half lizard with one soot arm.
You can. I mean, you're in control enough of your body that you can just.
You make it look so easy.
You wild shape yourself back into regular form, but you also are aware. You just kind of know that if you walk past a dead vessel, there's a chance that your soul just goes. So you need to still like go through the process.
We still need to do it to you. Naz, knowing what's going on, grabs off, give it to him, chucks it on him.
Core memory. Gotta remember that day that Ishtan got hanged in front of me. That was
good times.
Ishtan. Falling out for Ishtan.
So many people died in this campaign already.
Lenny.
We all do, mate.
Naz runs over from.
Vodka spilled everywhere.
Oh no, Ned's already staying in front of Resmond's body. Just go control jar, control C.
Splash. One last time as they try and get into the room. Strength save, please. This is good now this time.
12 plus.
I'm just going to roll like a
18.
single.
No, you had a 17.
I'm just going to roll a single.
Oh, yeah.
With advantage.
Oh, yeah.
20, sorry, baby.
Roll a dice, take the lower. 17 plus 6.
21. Yeah, you beat it. Yeah, you beat it.
17 plus 6 is 23, mate.
21.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
oh, good.
I was
Come
also
on,
confused.
Come on, mate. Maths.
21.
It's not that hard.
That's why I was like, 21.
So suddenly, like back in her own body, and she's like,
yeah.
She knows. She's like, yes.
They're just not getting through this door.
Yes.
But you are aware.
Queen.
You are aware that,
Princess.
as I've mentioned, there are 3 different staircases up. So a few of them have started going. Go down, go through the third.
Yeah, let's get out a window.
So you know that you've stopped them here. They've started going down.
And watching us?
I'm also just going to say, what's that?
Talia runs past the people who are fucking
Oh
up.
yeah, they're
They're
like
loving
excited.
it.
They're excited by like how off-put you are by their proximity. They try and get in your way and
away
stuff.
from me.
They try and get in your way and like touch you inappropriately and things. And
She just
'cause
uppercuts one of
part
them.
of part of Ishalden is like the creepiness factor and stuff. They love
Now,
So it's like, what's going on?
I rolled just a general check to see if they've taken out your drone at this point. I got an 18, so I think with the sheer number of them, one of them's managed to get it down and just smash. You bought yourself time. You find yourselves back in the room. You've rushed past the pervs that are trying to creep you out and stuff. Don't touch me! God damn it!
Is,
back down one of the other 3 staircases.
while we're here, just is Talia like aware of the fact that she's just been an experienced part of her curse? Is she aware of the level being related to the stone?
You're definitely aware that you can feel all of the feelings you've been feeling of the stone are extremely heightened here. You are aware of that. And having been through several of the other floors now, you know that each of the floors has felt different levels of weird, different levels of evil, different things like the need or the greed or the envy or the whatever have been amplified in different levels. So you are smart enough to put 2 and 2 together that each of the floors is something to do with a particular Dark Lord.
Is there anything on
your
this
stone
floor
is as
that
well.
she can see that might be useful to undoing this curse?
It's
or
the
not?
archives. There's hundreds of filing cabinets full of potentially useful stuff, but you don't have the time to be running through them. You can start just grabbing shit at random if you want.
Nah.
But one of the major dangers of this floor is touching some cursed stuff.
I don't want to touch cursed stuff any more than
So you
I
are
already have.
rushing to the stairs. As you are rushing, all finally back in your own bodies, getting used to like the feelings of being back in one's body. You all notice as well that you feel a little bit more empowered, a little bit more bolstered. You have leveled up to level 9.
Oh dang.
With the ordeal of getting back into your own bodies, you have leveled up to level 9s with everything that comes from that. If you want to roll for your hit points, Ben always does that, I think, because he's really good at rolling.
Does not.
If you want to roll for your hit points, you can do so. There's a risk that you get a 2 and have to keep it, but there's a risk you max it out and you get even more hit points. Otherwise, you can just take the fixed.
We'll take the fixed.
I'm taking the fixed.
How do we do this again?
I'll roll, that's fun.
You're going to roll?
Awesome. Why not?
So for Paladin, it's a D10.
Yep.
I re-roll 1s, so yep, that one.
Total fixed HP value
5, which is
66.
1 below what you
Total
would have
average
taken with the
HP,
average, but you're rolling up.
62.
You're going up 2 levels. So again, and
You
a
just go
4.
apply.
So yeah, unfortunately, he took a risk. It didn't pay off.
That's
but
This is
hey.
why I don't.
So as you have leveled up, easy as anything.
It went so smoothly, guys.
Yeah, it's good because I pre-warned you yesterday and for the last several weeks that you were going to level up. So
I knew what I was doing. I just
We
didn't know
all
how
knew
to
what
do
we
it.
wanted. It was just hard to do.
Okay, good. Get it together, D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Right.
So as you are running towards another staircase to try and go down the stairs, you reach the edge of the staircase and hear.
Are there windows in the
cultists.
rooms, or are there?
Not because it's interior tower, but you can go out into a stairwell and there's these little arrow slits that you can climb through, and there's windows out there. Or there's the roof that's obviously open as well, but several floors up.
Yeah, we need to go upwards if we're going to do that.
So you,
Sorry, I still had my brain and spells. Sorry, say that again.
You've reached the edges of the stairs and realised that all 3 staircases have cultists coming up towards you now. So
Maybe we just go up.
I have an idea.
What's your idea? I have a secondary idea to your idea, but let's hear
I've
yours
got no
first.
ideas. So.
also, are there windows? Is sort of a moot point when you've got as many explosives as Naz does. It's not a window. Beep. There will be.
So sorry, there were windows or there were not?
Not in the actual room itself, but you can get out into the stairwells and there's the arrow slit windows.
I don't think we go into a stairwell. I reckon explosive on the wall. What's your?
Sure. Well, as I leveled up, I got a new ability. I can create I can wild shape into a flying thing.
Slay.
Love it.
Into a Quetzalcoatl.
Kind of like a pterodactyl, but
Yeah,
How do you say it? Because I say it different to you.
Quetzalcoatlus.
I say Quetzalcoatl, which is very similar.
It's got a US
Axolotl.
on the end of it.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay, see, I know the word from Final Fantasy because one of the.
Right.
This one is a Pteranodon, I believe, which is a slightly smaller version. So the one that you can shift into is, well, you could shift into this if you needed to be smaller, but you can also get into the bigger version of it, which
Can
is
it carry 3
size
people?
category huge.
Yes, well, that's what I was about
I
to
mean,
ask.
in reality, probably not. They were the size of giraffes, Quetzalcoatlus. They were massive things, but being so massive, they can probably only carry carry their own weight. But, fantasy versions, they are size category huge, same as a giant. I would allow them to carry the 3 of you without issue.
2.5.
So,
I'm small.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is,
but I can
don't
also
change into that inside the building.
But if you were going to, for example, Soot, who's really heavy with the armor, I can cast Fly now as well. That's one of the spells I took, so I could be like, the 2 of us get on you and then fly.
Yeah, whatever. So I reckon.
So
I could
grenade on the wall.
Explode a hole in the side of this archive to try and get out.
Climb out, go,
and then
jump on my back, and
that would be pretty dope.
One of my other new spells I got is Wind Wall. I can basically make a force field of wind. So if we back off into a corner and I make a force field of wind around us, and they come through the other stairs and they can't get to us.
That's also an option.
So we've got they can. It's wind. They can get to it. They need to make checks and get hurt and shit. But we basically have longer to kind of do all of this.
All right.
Let's do
okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
Ned starts putting things together.
Tinkering stuff together.
I start
Step back!
Cracking my neck.
Not that you're going to need it now, but just so you've got the options in front of you. What's the other thing you took for your other wild shape?
The other wild shape I took was Ankylosaurus.
Oh.
This bad boy.
I
can become
Abominable.
Oh my god, it's like Land Before Time. What's his name?
Don't make me think of Land Before Time.
Sorry.
Now we're sad.
Now we're
sad.
Spike.
So now I can turn into basically a dinosaur tank.
Littlefoot.
Littlefoot, yeah.
Yeah, Littlefoot.
No, Littlefoot's alive.
Littlefoot's alive.
Well, he's dead now.
It's been a long time.
What? That happened like a long time
It happened millions of years ago. That documentary happened millions of years ago.
65 million.
That animated documentary.
But yes, so I can also become that bad boy and swing my tail around. And
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Didn't get any new spells, so.
Your hair. Your hair and you're quietly in the corner isolating yourself, so that's nice.
And,
I am.
And thankfully, being in this floor of East Halden, your curse got worse.
Oh my god, I feel so much better. I feel smarter.
Yeah, I feel stronger.
Oh, it feels good to be back in my body.
Oh, does it what? Oh my god.
I feel like fucking shit.
You got new psychic abilities.
Welcome to being a rogue.
You got new psychic abilities on account of the curse.
You guys, rogues don't always have to be cursed.
I did actually get new things when I used my psychic blades.
Cursed
now
by a
I can
Darklands as
throw
well,
one of them
specifically.
and teleport to where it is. So
That's pretty cool. That's pretty fun. That's actually really fun.
That's fucking sick. Like.
All right, so you are tinkering up your. Give me a tinkering check, please.
Tinkering something together.
Some kind
When
of
you level up, do you
explosive.
heal at all?
Oh, this will be way better now as well.
Not really.
Okay, great.
Why are you doing
This is going to be way
not doing
better.
well over there?
I'm all right.
5 plus
1,
8 is 13. 12 plus 13.
25 tinkering. Yeah, you managed to quickly, I'll say, to get through the thickness of the Darkspire walls themselves. I'll say it's going to cost you, I'll be kind of say 3 scrap.
Okay, I've got them here now.
3 scrap to tinker up an explosive big enough to because it's not just an explosive, it's kind of one of those Mission Impossible-y things. You stick it to the wall, one of those arms come out and then starts lasering.
Yeah.
Just to kind of give a hole big enough for, and then as it's kind of weakened that wall with the laser, then it reaches out like a whole spider web of legs. And then
the stone just does that thing where it goes. And if there's someone at the bottom,
Stanley's like, I'm not quite dead.
Oh no.
I think I survived the fall because I fell on my legs and they broke. And I think the knife hit me in a different part of the brain, not the brain stem, but it means I can't move and I can smell almonds. Please, if anyone can hear me. Oh no. Is that rubble? Oh no!
So the place we've done it, by the way, is equidistant between two of the three staircases.
I love it when people start using the word equidistant.
And then I
know what that
Harimai everyone towards, and then create the
equidistant. I get it, but I hate it. It just gives me flashbacks.
I thought you said you loved it.
She loves
it.
I was sarcastic.
Ah, okay.
It reminds me of school.
And then wind wall goes up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Check up wind wall. There it is.
Can you show me equidistant just on the table? If you could
So
carry it?
if we had a staircase here and a staircase here,
Yeah.
equal distance between those two things.
In the middle.
Equidistant.
Right in the middle. Smack bang.
Exactly right.
And if you don't have a measuring device, how do you find out what the equidistant point is?
What do you mean?
Vibes,
How would you like with just a straight edge and a compass, like the old ancient Greeks had, without measuring?
Oh yeah, you literally
find
just.
No, I want to know the
yeah.
answer to this. Yeah. A string.
You would put
Use a string.
basically use
Yeah.
a string to do a compass like that, and then you do a compass from that one as well, and then you set those 2 points, and you do a straight edge through it, and then where there's 2 intersections.
I actually kind of knew
I
that.
didn't come here to learn, Rob. Fucking hell.
As you
came here to talk about dicks and do magic.
I'm here for the dicks and the magic.
And I'm all out of dicks. You leap out of the hole in the wall as the wind wall is keeping the cultists from behind. They're trying to shout through command words, and you can't hear it over the wind. Stop! 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 Put your pants back on. No, that was for you. Stop it.
No.
I love it, I'm watching it all.
Yeah. And then as you, as Razmon is the first one out, and oh boy, you're high up. You're only 4 levels up, but you're already like, what would this be?
50,
Oh my God, is this the first time you've flown?
200 feet up in the air.
Okay, we got the time. Rightio. Turn into a pterodactyl now, Raz.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, that's very high up. We are very high up.
Yeah,
Okay.
come on, jump and turn into a pterodactyl.
Okay. Just give me a second. I've never pterodactyled before. I feel like I
Come on, you can do it, Raz. We ain't got long.
Actually, wait. I have to tell you something. I have to tell you something
I'm
very
gonna push you.
important.
Ready? One,
No. Wait.
What?
Maybe. Here's the thought. I'm thinking on my feet
gotta
here.
go now, Raz!
The stairs.
The stairs with 100 cultists.
Let's go down the stairs.
Get out the window!
Push him.
Okay, give me a fucking second.
You're like, cool.
I'm like, hopefully this wild shape works.
You've never turned
Not
into
done this one before.
You tried. We flash back to moments of Ishtan like trying to teach you how birds work, and just like over and over again, he's like, God, he can only do reptiles. He really struggles with the mammals and things. Do you think it is like you could do mammals if it was enough practice, and or is it like a choice if you can do them just as easily but you never want to, or is it like you literally biologically can't do them?
Yeah, I think it's that one. I think it's that he just grew up in the desert and was always just around reptiles and well,
because I was kind of picturing it as like you could reptiles just came easy to you because of the draconic
I think
blood.
that's what it is.
And so like you just didn't feel the need to do
exactly.
mammals.
I could, but it would just feel unnatural.
Yeah.
Like it would feel like I was in the wrong body.
Yeah, so it's like the equivalent of like thinking back to like the subjects at school you just hated, and it's like maybe if I'd have maybe if I'd just had a better teacher, I'd have been able to learn French or whatever. But and you're like
that's how I feel about math. It's like, look, I could do it, but I don't want to.
And so we see Razmon in this moment, like thinking back to his lessons with Ishtan, trying to teach about birds, and you're just like, I just don't get it. I don't care about flying, whatever. You're like,
I kind of care about flying now.
let's see if this is going to work. The rest of you like coming up behind, the wind walls are running out. You're like, come on guys, come on.
Don't worry guys, I got this, hopefully.
Clambering out onto the thing, you dive off and
It's
it's one of those things from like an action movie where you're like, well, if you played that out in reality, how would they have heard that?
What did he say?
So, the next section of my notes is called Where to Go.
Okay, here we are. We're in the Darklands.
You start to feel the land itself now that you get closer to it and actually put your feet on the land. You start to feel that the land itself just has this corrupting nature that has been because of the Dark Lords. And I'm going to introduce a new system. Hope you enjoyed that episode. If you want to see us playing more D&D, there's links for various different campaigns. If you want to see us playing Daggerhat as well, there's links to those campaigns too. Check them out, and we'll see you in the next one.